Ka Music Department jung ka Regional Institute of Advanced Studies ka khot ka weria barok ki riu don sap ha ka ne ka shlem ai jingikai ha ka put ka tem ka ruai ka siaw bat ki wei de ki jingikai ki be de bat ka put ka tem kani ka jaka ai jingikai ka don hadiwan nong tulu hajan ka yo umdan riphoi district ya ki jingtip ki ba khapnya phila ban shufun hau neu number harum khandai riu wei rr riu sau khandai sau nyo.
I stand here to raise my serious concern about the most important issue of the indigenous people. I don't want to be blamed that by the future generation that I did nothing to protect and safeguard the interest of the indigenous people. So, what an irony for those who claim to be broad-minded and have a mainstream thinking, and who are trying to create a narrative that we are too conservative, narrow-minded, and not exclusive. So I wonder how many of those who could make it to this August House, and how many of those who could make it to the civil services if there is no special provision for the tribal community in the country in general and our state in particular. So we are asking the people to elect us in order to serve and protect their interests. Therefore, sir, as member of the Voice of the People Party, we will do anything at our disposal to ensure that the rights of the indigenous people are protected, and also at the same time, without compromising the constitutional rights of non-indigenous people who are residing in our state. So, I would like to remind this August House that land for a tribal does not only mean for him to make a living, but also has a deep cultural and historical connection. It is the bedrock of a sense of security and freedom from fear. It is an important part in the lives of the tribal people in the hills, and for them, it is a matter of life and death. They are so much attached to the land, and any attempt to displease and alienate them would amount to obliterating the tribal community and would certainly meet with fierce resistance. So, on behalf of the present generation of the indigenous people, I must express my indebtedness to those who were instrumental in enacting the Meghalaya Transfer of Land Regulation Act in our state. We owe them for their far-sightedness, which have been a blessing to us. However, sir, it is saddening to learn that current generation of political leaders have diluted the provisions of this act to satisfy their personal and political goals. So, the insertion of Section 41E and F in the Meghalaya Transfer of Land Regulation Act 1971 by an amendment brought in 1991 ensure the rights of religious societies for transfer of land in their name. These sections relate to land proposed to be transferred for a place of public religious worship by any community or as burial or cremation ground. These two sections opened a door for non-tribals to purchase land in Meghalaya, which was a departure from the inherent character of the Act. These sections were inserted by the state government on its own accord, as if the land belonged to it. So, the two sections also did not provide a scope for the indigenous communities or the traditional heads to have any say in the transfer of land, resulting in the government having the liberty to permit a nation of land under these sections. So the implementation of the two sections has resulted in the loss of large amount of land to non-tribals. It has also given rise to the emergence of a new class of landowners who were from outside the state and brought in huge workforce, leading to an unabated influx that was unprecedented in the last 50 years. Therefore, sir, I strongly feel and demand from the government that these two sections should be deleted. Sir, again, there was a new attempt to weaken the Meghalaya Transfer of Land Regulation Act. Recently, there was a proposal from one of the ministers in the state government to allow doctors from outside the state to buy land in Meghalaya to address the shortage of specialist doctors in the state. So this is very dangerous propositions and should not be considered at any cost. So even the decision of the government to allot land to the bureaucrats at the New Shillong Township is a clear violation of the Land Transfer Act. So I must mention here that the state cabinet took a decision on August 9, 2007 that the cabinet directed the revenue department to examine the feasibility of allotment of land to the professional, bureaucrats, etc., who could contribute to the development of the state. In pursuance of the cabinet decision dated 9 August 2007, the minister in charge Urban Affairs Department, based on the view of the Revenue Department, approved the allotment of land of 45.01 acres in the New Shillong Township to the Civil Services Officers Housing Cooperative Society Limited. Accordingly, the Joint Secretary, Urban Affairs Department, under her letter dated 18 August 2008, issued the allotment order for allotting 45.01 acres of land at rupees 19 lakhs 60,636 only. And the annual land revenue is fixed at rupees 494 per hectare. As such, the one-time premium of rupees 19 lakh 60,636 rupees in effect works out to 1 rupee per square foot. So the transfer of land to the Civil Services Officers Housing Cooperative Society Limited through a lease is illegal under the Meghalaya Transfer of Land Regulation Act 1971. Section 3 of the Act prohibits the transfer of land in Meghalaya by a tribal to a non-tribal or by a non-tribal to another non-tribal, except with the previous sanction of the competent authority. Section 2 of the Act, Section 2D of the Act defines transfer of land means conveyance of land of one person to another and includes gift, sales, exchange, mortgage, lease, surrender, or any other mode of transfer. Hence, the lease of government land to the New Shillong Township to the Civil Services Officers Housing Cooperative Society Limited is a violation of Land Transfer Act because there is no provision in the Act. So, in Para 2E of the Meghalaya Transfer of Land Regulation Act, it explains about the definition of a tribal. Tribal means a person belonging to any of the scheduled tribes pertaining to Meghalaya, and as specified in the Constitution, Scheduled Tribes Order 1950, as amended from time to time, and for the purpose of this Act shall also include Rabhas and Kashuris residents in Meghalaya. However, sir, it is very disheartening that there has been an attempt to misinterpret this very definition to encourage other tribal not belonging to Meghalaya to purchase land in Meghalaya on the pretext that they are included in the list of scheduled tribes order 1950. And as a result of this misinterpretation, sir, lots of other tribals from other states are now purchasing land in our state, especially in the southern parts of the state, which is clearly in contravention of the Act.